everybody, I'm Tommy Jean Harlow. Welcome to the Simpletini. Today we're going to talk about garnishes, and we're going to use an orange. An orange is always easy to find, and there's some really cool stuff you can do. So a lot of people default to using an orange, they'll just do a slice, but I've got some really cool stuff to show you. So the first thing that I'm going to do is show you how to make a citrus knot. And the cool thing is, we're going to use this one orange a ton of different ways. So the first thing you want to do, take your vegetable peeler, and you want to go around the orange. It could be a little tough, go slow, don't go quickly, this isn't a potato. And you want to get it about 4 to 5, even 6 inches long if you can. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that orange peel, boop, and we're going to go in with our chef's knife, and what we want to do, tuck your fingers under. We don't want you to cut your fingers off. Bloody martinis, no one loves them. So we're going to take, it's going to be about a 1/4 inch strip. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're not going to use these. Actually, maybe you can use it for the guests you hate, but I'm not going to use it today. So all we're going to do is tie that into a knot. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is going to look great in any drink. If you're having a mimosa, even if you're having a non-alcoholic drink, it doesn't matter. Look how beautiful that's going to look in your glass. One thing you can do also is when your guests are coming over, have all the glasses lined up with the orange knots in them. It's a great way to start a party. So now we've got the orange knots, we're going to set those off to the side. And I'm going to show you how to supreme an orange. So what you want to do is you want a flat surface. So we're going to cut the top and the bottom off. And then you want to make sure you've got a really sharp knife for this, and be really, really careful. You don't want to cut yourself. And what you're going to do is you're going to go down the orange and you're going to cut off all the pith. And what that does, it gets rid of any bitterness. If you've never had an orange segment like this, you've got to try it. It takes a little bit of skill, but it really is well worth it. You can also do this with grapefruit. It's a fantastic one to put in some salads. You can do it with lemon. I wouldn't recommend doing it with lime. You'll make yourself crazy. All right, so we're almost done cutting all the pith off. And it's kind of cool to see this. It's one of those things you see a lot on cooking shows and you don't really think you can do, but you totally can do it. I do an orange garnish in all the classes that I teach because it's really fun to show people how easy and how quick it really is to do this. So we're going to flip this over. We want to make sure all that white membrane or pith is gone. You can also use a paring knife for this. I'm a pretty big guy, I'm 6'3", so I like to use a chef's knife for this. I've got pretty big hands. All that white pith off. So then you've got a really naked orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bowl, and what you want to do is go in, and you can see these little segments here. You want to go in and cut a V into that. So you're going to go into the orange, cut a V down, don't go too far in, and then cut another V on the opposite side. Just got a little V there, and boom, you've got your supremed orange section. And it goes really, really quickly. So see, it doesn't take much time at all. It's great to do it if it's your first time. Get a grapefruit. You can only do one. Everyone will think it's really fancy. And remember, if you don't want to do a bunch of these, just use it as a garnish, and it really does look great in a drink. So I'm going to show you the Lazy Supreme. So let me clear this stuff off so you guys can see what I'm doing here. All of it into the sink. So I'm going to cut this in half. And I call this lazy because it still looks fancy, but it's much easier. So I'm just going to go in, remember to tuck your knuckles back, and I'm just going to make little wedges there. So great. It's nice if you're just doing a fruit salad or if you want to garnish, but I think these look really stunning in a glass because it's a great way to say, hey, you know, I put a little effort into this. I mean, that looks really great. It's fun if you're doing sangria. It's fun if you're doing like an orange flavored drink. Great in anything, really. I mean, it's orange. How bad can that be? And the nice thing is, when you taste this, there's none of that pith on there, so you're really getting a clean, clean orange taste. So, so good! So, basically, I've showed you how to do an orange knot, a real supreme, which looks like this, which is ultra, ultra fancy, and the Lazy Supreme. Whichever route you want to go, try an orange for a garnish. Remember, you've got to go way beyond the slice. So till next time, bottoms up.